yesterday.
Today we are talking about Spock Goes Back in Time. And I am so super excited about this one because this one is not only the real one, it is the cartoon one. So let's get started on that one. But before we get started on the movie, let's just say that the music is different than the other one. This one, cartoon one, is actually, it has different music because it goes like, it goes, in the beginning, Spock and Captain Kirk are there in a time machine, and I really like that part. And then Spock, he has to go back in time because nobody realizes him. When he comes back to the ship, Dr. McCoy doesn't even know who he is. And not even Scotty. Spock figures out the time has changed things. And so he has to go back in time just to save his mom and himself. So he figures out he has to go help himself figure out a test. He said that his cousin saved his life, but he really didn't because he was saving himself. So isn't that crazy? So he jumps through the time machine until it's ready. When he gets to Vulcan, he sees those little kids making fun of him because he can't do the Vulcan neck pinch. They're very, very, very bad dummies. And I hate bullies. I do not like them. Sometimes I just want to kick their butts. If you want to know how to deal with bullies, you don't. If they are being mean to you and if they try to hurt you, you just tell an adult. If they don't believe you, it's fine. Because you can get away from them. So Spock meets his dad and he says he's a cousin on the trip. So, that would be a really good thing to do if he didn't really know you. Spock's dad, the tinier Spock, tells him that Spock's dad, tinier Spock, he has to tell him that what you either choose human or Vulcan. Well, if you think about Spock's dad, I think all he wants is not your best. He wants everything right. And I don't think that's a really good dad because dads are supposed to be so nice and kind and, they have to be nice to their little kids. Either if it's a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter. Spock then talks to his pet, Ichaya. Ichaya, he's kind of like a big bear, but he has saber-tooth you know how the saber-toothed tiger has? Well, he has the same thing, but one's broken. But he's really old and fat. Ichaya, he really wanted to go with Spock, Tiny Spock. But Tiny Spock wouldn't let him because he had to make the journey on himself. But Ichaya just follows him anyway. And Big Spock follows him too. And the monster almost killed Tiny Spock. But Ichaya, he saves Tiny Spock, Big Spock. He jumps on to the little matcha and neck pinches him. The Big Spock, he tells him that he needs a healer. Ichaya needs a healer. Tiny Spock runs over there. And then this big snake pant. And it tries to grab him, but he just rips that tiny snake off and he just kills one of the legs. So he goes and gets the healer. But when the healer gets back to Ichaya, he says it's too late. But there's only one way to save him, Ichaya, or else he would be in pain. And so the healer puts him to death. And then Tiny Spock tells him that he's ready to become a Vulcan. And then he says he's going to show those kids that neck paint. I like that part because he's going to teach those boys a lesson. When Spock comes back, Captain Kirk, he tells him what happened. And he said, one of my pets died. And he's like, it doesn't matter. And then Spock says he feels so sad that he just could cry. Vulcans don't really cry, but I would just cry because I love, if this pet Spock being put down, I would just cry. I'm Sarai. Thank you for watching my show.